Hello everyone, hope all are doing good. So today we are going to study the 18th lesson. Each one is unique. Each one is unique. So what do you mean by the word unique? So unique means being the only one of its kind. So unique means being the one of its kind. So each individual is unique because there is nobody else like him or her. So you know that every individual is unique. You cannot see nobody else like him or her. So even twins are not absolutely alike. So you know that twins children, even they are not absolutely alike. It is impossible to find another man who is exactly like you. So it is impossible to find another man who is or another person who is exactly like you. So every person has their own unique personality, attitude, habits, creativity, taste and goal in life. So every person in this world has their own unique personality. So every person will be having their own personality. Then attitude. So attitude also changes according to the person. Then habit also differ from person to person. Then creativity also differs. You know that everyone has their own creativity, isn't it? Some they will be interested more in dance, some will be interested in singing, then some will be interested in drawing. So the creativity also changes. Then the taste also differs. You know that some like food more, some does not like food more. Then some colors also varies. Then goal in life. So goal in life also differs. So what is it? Goal means some people like to become a teacher, some people like to become a doctor, isn't it? Some others like to become an engineer. So goal in life also differs from person to person. So every person has their own unique personality, attitude, habits, creativity, taste and goal in life. So many people have become great because of their special talent and skills. So you know that many people, they have become great because of their special talent, because they will be having talent and their skills. So many people has become great because of their special talent and skill. So today we are going to, in your textbook, page number 164, you can see that in Karnataka there are a number of great personalities who are famous in their field. So in Karnataka there are many great personalities who are famous in their field. So the opportunities and encouragement they got in their childhood made them so. The opportunities and the encouragement that they have got in their childhood had made them famous. So here we are going to study about few personalities who has achieved their goal in their life. So achievements of four personalities are given in your textbook. So first the personality is Dr. Rajkumar. So you know everybody, the versatile actor Dr. Rajkumar. So Dr. Rajkumar became very famous in Kannada film industry with his acting and singing skill. So Dr. Rajkumar is a versatile actor in Kannada film industry. He is active. He is famous for his acting and singing skill. So he is very famous for his acting and singing skill. He is the first Kannadiga who got Dada Saheb Phalke Award. So he is the first Kannadiga who got the Dada Phalke Award. So he acted in more than 200 films. So Dr. Rajkumar has acted in more than 200 films. So acting was a gift from his father. So he got this acting skill from his father. And he acted in the plays at the age of 8 as a child actor. So at the age of 8 itself he started acting in the film field and in the plays also. So Dr. Rajkumar is the first personality. So the next personality is Kuppali Venkidappa Puttappa. So he is famously known as Kuvempu. So Kuvempu was born at Kuppali, is a famous as a national poet. So Kuvempu is a famous national poet and he wrote our Nadaka Gita Jaya Bharata Jananiya Thanujade, so which we sing every day in school. So Kuvempu has written the famous Nadaka Gita Jaya Bharata Jananiya Thanujade. He is the first Kannada poet to get Jnanapida Award for his writing. So he is the first Kannada poet to get Jnanapida Award for his writing. He wrote Kindar Jodi, Nanna Gopala, Amalana Gita, etc. for children. So for children he has written few books like Kindar Jodi, then Nanna Gopala, then Amalana Kade. So he has written these books for children. Then Kuvempu, who is famous in the literature field, started reading and writing stories, poems and books in his childhood. So when he was a child itself, he was interested in reading, writing stories and poems. So when he was a child itself, he was interested in reading and writing stories, poems, etc. Kuvempu became a great poet by the encouragement of many people. So he was encouraged by many people. That is why he became a great poet. So he is the second personality known as Kuvempu. So Kuvempu is the second great personality of Karnataka. The next personality is Kittur Rani Chennamma. So Kittur Rani Chennamma. Chennamma was born in a small village called Kakadi in Belagavi district. So Chennamma was born in a small village called Kakadi in Belagavi district. She was a brave girl. So Chennamma was a brave girl. She learned horse riding, sword fighting and archery in her childhood. So when she was a child itself, she has learned horse riding, sword fighting and archery. Then she learned the skill of warfare in her childhood. So from childhood itself she has learned the warfare also. Then she got married to Mallasarja Desai of Kitturu and became the queen of Kittur. So Chennamma was married to Mallasarja Desai and she became the queen of Kittur. After the death of Mallasarja, she fought bravely against the British and has been called a brave woman. So after the death of her husband Mallasarja, she fought bravely against British. So she fought against British and she had been called as a brave woman. So Chennamma is considered as a brave woman. So this is the third personality, Chennamma, Kittur Rani Chennamma. The fourth personality is Gangubai Hanagal. So the last personality, the fourth personality is Gangubai Hanagal. Gangubai was born in Dharwada. He is very famous in India for her singing. So Gangubai is very famous in her singing. When she was 13 years old, her parents recognized her interest in music and admitted her to a music school. So at the age of 13 itself, she has shown great interest towards music, and her parents admitted her to a music school. So the parents took an admission in music school. After learning both Hindustani and Carnatic music, she gave many music concerts in many places of India. So she learned both Carnatic and Hindustani. So she learned Hindustani and Carnatic, and she gave many music concerts in many places in India. Then she got many awards. So she was awarded by many awards. She gave many music concerts over the radio. So she has sung many musics over the radio also. She is very famous in Hindustani music. So Gangubai is very famous in Hindustani music. So these are some of the personalities, great personalities who is famous in Karnataka. So the first personality was Dr. Rajkumar. Then Kuvempu is a great poet. Then Rani Chennamma, then Gangubai is a great singer. So these are few personalities in Karnataka. So So these people has become great because of their special talent and skill. So I already told you many people has become great because of their great talent and skill. So next we are going to study about physically challenged people. So physically challenged people. So who are physically challenged people? So a person who is physically or mentally disabled is known as physically challenged people. So a person who is physically or mentally disabled people are called physically challenged people. So many physically challenged people having special talent and skill achieved something and got recognized in the world. So you know that many physically challenged people, they have special talent and skill and they have achieved in their life and got recognized in the world. Their determination helped them in their achievement. So only because of their determination they have achieved in their life. So here there is a story of a great personality known as Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison. So you might have known about Edison. So Edison was very poor in mathematics. So this is the picture of Thomas Alva Edison. So Thomas Alva Edison was very poor in mathematics in his childhood. So Edison was very weak in maths. He could not pronounce words properly. So he was not able to pronounce the words properly. He attended school only for 3 months. So he has gone school only for 3 months. He had a severe fever and his hearing was affected. So because of his severe fever, his hearing was affected. He became deaf. So he was not able to hear. He has to leave the school. So because of this reason, he has to leave the school. Mother took extra care for him. So his mother took extra care for him and gave him education at home. So because of this hearing problem, he was not able to go to school. So what happened? Yes, mother took extra care for him and he was taught from the home itself. He grew into a famous scientist and invented many things. So later he grew into a famous scientist and he invented many things. Electric bulb which glows in our house is one of the important invention. So electric bulb was invented by Thomas Alva Edison. So electric bulb which glows in our house is one of his important inventions. So electric bulb was invented by Thomas Alva Edison. So you know, people having disorders in hearing and speaking could communicate with others through sign languages. So you know that people who cannot hear and people who cannot speak, they used to communicate using sign languages. They use the sign languages to communicate with each other. So in your textbook, the few sign languages are given here. Here you can see in your textbook, page number 167, you can see that few sign languages are given. So actually these are the English alphabets. English alphabet A, B, C and D. So these are the English alphabet. The first one. So this indicates A. So you know, you can see in your textbook, this indicates A. So this means by using these signs, this means English alphabet A. Alphabet A. Then this indicates B. So this sign indicates B. Then this sign indicates C and this indicates D. So this sign indicates D. So these are few signs that is used by people who cannot speak and hear. So the first one is the first signal. Sign language is the A, capital letter A. Then comes the B. This is the C and this is the D. And special movement of hands and fingers convey specific meanings. So special movement of hands and fingers convey the meanings. For example, you can see that some signs are given in your textbook. So here you can see some signs are given. So these are the few signs that are used by people who cannot hear and who cannot speak. So the first, this sign indicates anger. So this sign indicates anger. Then another person, this indicates another person. Then by showing this, it means I am alone. Then by showing this signal, it indicates get up. Then by showing this type of signals, it indicates surprise. So these are few signs that is used by people who cannot hear and speak. So first one, this indicates anger. Then this indicates another person. Then this indicates I am alone. Then this indicates get up. Then this means surprise. So these are the few signs used by people who cannot speak and hear. So next we are going to study about visually challenged people. Visually challenged people. So who are visually challenged people? Yes, who are blind. Blind people are known as, or people who cannot see is known as visually challenged people. So visually challenged people use brainly script. So visually challenged people use brainly script. So what is brainly script? Yes, brainly is a system of reading and writing by touching used by the blind. So using touching, using reading, they will read and write using touching used by the blind people. So brainly script is used by blind people, and it consists of arrangement of dots which are made up of letters of alphabets, numbers, etc. So these consist of arrangements of dots which is made up of letters, alphabets, numbers, etc. So this is, they read and write by touching the brainly script. So brainly script is a system of reading and writing by touching used by the blind. It consists of arrangement of dots which made up of letters of alphabets, numbers, etc. So the people having disorders of speech and hearing use sign languages to communicate with other people. So those who cannot speak and hear, they communicate with sign languages with other people. They are very much like us. So you know that even they are blind people, they are like us itself. They need special education. So not like the normal person, they need special educations. So we should treat them as our equal. So we should treat them equally as the normal person. So this is about the visually challenged people. Visually challenged people means people who are blind, people who cannot see, and they use the brainly script. So by touching, they study and they read and write using touching, and that script is known as brainly script. So this is about the lesson. Each one is unique. So before binding up, we will just go for a quick recap. So in this lesson we have learned that each one is unique. They have their own personality, attitude, habits, then creativity, taste and goal in life. Then we have studied about the great personalities of Karnataka. First we have studied about Dr. Rajkumar. Then we have studied about Kuvempu, then Rani Chennamma and Gangubai. And then we have studied about the physically challenged people. Physically challenged people means the person who are physically or mentally disabled is called physically challenged people. And you know that because of their achievement or because of their determination, they have helped them to achieve in their life. Then so many people having disorders of hearing and speaking, they use the sign languages. Using the sign languages, they will communicate with each other. Then we have learned about visually challenged people. Visually challenged people means people who are blind. Blind people are called visually challenged people. Then they use the script known as brainly to communicate with, or to read and write, they use the brainly script. They use the brainly script. So that's all for the lesson. See you next class. Thank you, children.